It's all about being present. Present in the company of our friends and family. What does present mean? It means when we are switched on and engaging with those who we are with. It's about listening intently and answering appropriately. It's showing that you are right there and in the moment with them. I look at this from my own life and how I can get easily distracted, completely focused and quite selfish in doing what I want to do. I could be in the presence of my son, my girlfriend, and I can quite easily drift off and pick up my phone, which is probably one of the most major distractions we have. How many times have you spoken to somebody and their head's in the phone? Or you walk into a room and you just see everyone around with their head in their phones, in a screen. And we look at that and do we really want to disturb them and talk to them, even if it's something important to tell them? No. But that's what it's like when we are with our friends and our family, when I'm with my son. And I made a decision to start putting down my phone, stop looking at a screen, and actually starting to be present with them. And it's amazing, by showing attention and being attentive in engagements with people, how much we actually get to enjoy their company, how much they feel that we are present and engaged and their voice is heard, that we're listening and that we're going out and enjoying. You know, we could talk a lot about sacrificing, and I suppose it's timing more than anything, or planning even better, is knowing that at this time, when I'm in this situation with these people, this is how I want to be, and I'm gonna schedule my time around doing what I want to do outside that. So when I'm in the presence of those who I want to engage with, that I've done away with all my distractions. And you get such a great response, especially from children, especially from my son. It feels like we're creating and strengthening our bond, and we are enjoying each other's company. And we're also leading by showing that we don't need to have these distractions, that we can be present. And yeah, there's a time and place, and you know, it's up to us to create the time and space for us to be able to be in the present with them people. So steps you can follow, steps you can use, is to put away your phone. Don't have your phone on the table or in your hands. Have it somewhere where it's out of reach. Actually engage and follow on from the conversations you're having. So the person knows that you're listening and that you're engaging with what's being said. It's to schedule time. You know, do what you need to do during the week, which is what I do. Then on a weekend, is large parts of it is to be present. And I say large parts because I have schedules where, you know, I schedule a few hours here and there to think about what I want to do, what I can schedule in for next week. It's doing engaging and fun play, doing stuff together. You know, having an interest in what they like and going to do that. You see, there's plenty of steps we can take, but we just got to be actionable and execute on that, and it's very hard. Let's talk about how hard it is when you're in a habit of always looking at your phone, is always having your head in the screen and looking at different things. We can quite easily, subconsciously, go and do that when we're in the presence of others. It's changing that habit, and that habit takes a time to change, and we can quite easily get addicted to having a screen, and breaking the habit and not being addicted to that, like with any addiction, is very hard. It takes a lot of perseverance, patience and persistence. It's creating new habits, which in itself is very hard. But in order for us to be able to be in that moment, it's what we need to do. And I'm learning as I go. You know, I've kind of spent lockdown concentrating on what I want and working towards my goals, which has an impact and a benefit to my family and friends. But then I've created a habit of always doing that, and now we're out of lockdown, is to break that. So I have that time. So that's what I do. The amount of times this weekend alone, I've gone to touch my phone and maybe pick it up, and I've reminded myself not to. It was in the park, you know, the children was playing, and I was not in any need, but I chose to leave my phone and watch. And it's funny how when, you know, my son notices that that I am watching him and I am engaged with what he's doing, how he smiles and waves and kind of acknowledges, and then can come over and tell me what he's done, and I can tell him that I saw it and it looks, you know, fantastic. But that were quite a numerous of times to tell myself not to pick up my phone and look at the screen. It's we can get quite selfish in our own actions. At least I can, and it's something I'm trying to overcome. So be present, put away the distractions, and have that time with family, with friends, with the person you're with, or people. It's amazing what special relationships, cementing bonds, it will actually do. And I'm starting to see the benefit of that myself now. So be proactive. Remember to be in the moment. So important. We get so much gratitude and thankfulness for when we are. And don't get too blinkered in our own projects. And be able to have that time with others. This is my life, my journey, my startup. This is me.